Chuck Schumer and what he said about the stimulus package. He said checks will be ending if they don't get the bill passed by his deadline of Christmas Day. All of that plus more in this video, so let's get into this right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all the latest updates as information is changing very rapidly. I'm literally doing research all day long to find the most valuable pieces of information, which I distill down into these short videos and deliver to you a few times each and every day so you can stay tuned with everything going on. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward. All right, let's get into this right away. First off, one quick note. If you are a Social Security beneficiary, I would highly recommend going back and watching my last video that I just posted a few hours ago after you get done watching this one. I will link it down below at the top of the comments section as well as in the description if you want to find the link there, but I'd say finish watching this video first and then go back and check that one out as I talked about a new proposal to raise Social Security benefits in that video. This is something that just hit the wire today. I found it earlier and I did all the research on it and I boiled it all down in that last video. So you might want to watch that one as this is yet again another new proposal to raise Social Security benefits. Yes, this is a brand new one. I'm not talking about a new proposal. This is a brand new one I just found this afternoon. So again, feel free to check out that video after you get done watching this one. Let's get into this one. All right, so let's talk about what Chuck Schumer said as there were a number of different updates today on the stimulus package. So first off, Congress was back in session late this afternoon, and there were a number of different comments about the stimulus package, a lot of which were coming from Chuck Schumer and, of course, some groups out of the Democratic Party. So first off, let's quickly talk about what they're doing in the Senate because that is where the stimulus package is currently sitting, right? And that's what we want to focus on is where the package is, what's going in it, what's being taken out, and what are they currently doing for low income, elderly, disabled, seniors, everybody living on a fixed income, Social Security, you know the whole list. All right, so first off, Democrats have been meeting with the Senate parliamentarian. Now, this is something that was going on last week and has extended into this week. Now, they've been holding private meetings with the Senate parliamentarian. In fact, they held some meetings with her today. The committees that are holding up the biggest portions of this bill, including finance and health, met with the Senate parliamentarian today in a private meeting, and that'll also be extending until tomorrow, and then that should be wrapping up after tomorrow. Hopefully, if that is the case, we should be getting a lot more information after these meetings actually do wrap up so we can see what will be staying in the bill, what needs to go, and what can possibly be added in on their wish list of all these different things that they want to add into the bill. But yet it's still up in the air right now because they're not sure if it's going to fall within the Senate parliamentarian ruling. Because remember, she is the referee of the whole bill, right? She wears the stripes, the black and white stripes on her shirt and the white hat, and she makes all the calls, right? So anyway, she doesn't really do that. But my point is, she's like the so-called referee when it comes to reconciliation bills. So everything needs to fall in line with what she says. Anyway, we should be getting a lot more information tomorrow and again throughout the course of the week as these meetings continue. So, all right, but anyway, Chuck Schumer was on the floor today making some comments about the reconciliation bill, and he went on to say that they need to follow through with the deadline of getting this bill completely passed by Christmas Day because he said that checks will be ending if they don't get it done by the end of this year, and mostly pertaining to his deadline of prior to Christmas Day. So basically like the 24th, because you better believe they're not going to work on Christmas Day. But anyway, the checks in reference are the child tax credit checks that are going out to about 38 million families right now. These are the monthly checks that are going out in the amount of $250 up to $300 per child per month going forward for millions and millions of families. Now, he went on to say that if these payments actually stop, about 9 million kids could be falling into poverty or falling deeper into poverty. All right, now here's where we need to throw down for a minute. When I heard this, I thought, okay, yeah, we got to watch out for the kids, right? Fine, we don't want kids to live in poverty. But then I had to bite my tongue because, I'm going to bite my tongue again right now, because I'm thinking, what about the seniors? What about the elderly? What about people with disabilities? What about low income? What about these people falling into poverty, or maybe I should say falling deeper into poverty because financial support or stimulus checks or permanent raises are not coming at this time, and they seem to neglect to even talk about them. So it made me think that, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've always got to look out for the kids, right? Kids are always very important to look out for because a lot of times they're kind of helpless themselves, right? Because they're just little kids, right? They depend on adults, us, to look out for them. However, we also have to look out for seniors, people with disabilities, elderly, low income, fixed income beneficiaries, Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, pretty much all the groups that I talk about every single day right here in all of my videos. So, when I heard Chuck Schumer say that about we've got to get this package passed, otherwise checks are going to end, and all these families rely on federal funds, as in these payments, to cover groceries and school supplies and all that stuff. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we shouldn't get that money out for the kids. That's great. But again, I feel like, what about the seniors? And what about all these groups I just mentioned? What about them who can't get enough food on the table, who are having a hard time paying their bills, who are having a hard time putting gas in their car, or food on the table, or, anything. I mean, seriously, you name it. It doesn't really matter what we say right here. Pretty much everybody living on a small fixed income, like all the groups I just mentioned, are struggling just as much. So, I don't know. I guess it really rubbed me the wrong way when I heard that, because I feel like we've been reaching out literally for months, asking for additional support, asking for stimulus checks, asking for ongoing payments. I just feel like, at what point are they finally going to hear us? We've been calling out to them for so long now. So, it was just really frustrating. And again, I have to bite my tongue in this video too, because you know what I mean? It's just sometimes I can possibly get carried away, but I'm not going to. But I think you can understand the frustration behind all of this when all of us are here desperately asking for assistance, and it's like they don't even acknowledge our presence. You know what I mean? It's just really, really frustrating sometimes. But anyway, that's what was said. Now, also, a coalition of 95 Democrats in the House of Representatives also reached out urging the support for the passage of this bill on or before Christmas Day. Well, of course, they're not going to do it on Christmas Day, as I just said, but urging the passing of this package for, once again, the same reasons. Payments will be ending if they don't get it passed. Now, why do I keep saying the payments will be ending? Because here's why. Within this package, they have an extension of the child tax credit. Those are the monthly checks going out, and they want those to be extended out through the end of 2022. Now, originally, the president proposed that those would be extended out until the end of 2025, but as a result of the negotiations and the reductions on this bill, one of the things that they did is they extended the payments out until the end of 2022. So one more year versus 4 more years? So that's one of the things that they did to cut down the cost of this bill. Now remember, if you're somebody receiving these payments, the last check will go out on December 15th as of right now. But one more thing that Chuck Schumer did not mention today in his speech is that all of these people receiving these checks will be getting a big lump sum payment early in 2022, which, by the way, if you didn't know that, hey, congratulations, you just got a nice little surprise right there. So yes, in early 2022, if you're receiving the child tax credit payments, you can file your 2021 tax return and claim the other half of your payment. And remember, this is going to be either $1,500 or $1,800 per child per month. No, sorry, not per month. That'd be pretty nice. Sorry, I said that wrong. This would be a one-time lump sum payment in the amount of $1,500 for a child under the age 6, or a $1,800. I said that wrong again. Let me back up. Okay, let me think for a second. Okay, it is a $1,800 payment for children under the age 6, and a $1,500 payment for children aged 6 through 17. All right, boom, nailed it. Sorry. Sorry, I have to make sure the numbers are right. But remember, that is per child. So if you have multiple kids, you could be looking at several $1,000s in early 2022 as a result of these lump sum payments that will be going out after you file your 2021 tax return. But again, just have to give full disclaimer, this is not tax advice, it's not accounting advice, it is not advice in any way, shape, or form. you got to understand your own situation because everybody's situation is very, very different. So, anyway, this is some of the updates that I have for you that came out of the Senate floor earlier today, just a few hours ago, and the Senate will be working on the stimulus package over the coming days here. We should be getting more information out of the Senate parliamentarian. And as we get those informations and all those details, of course, I'll be right here for you with all the details, with all the latest updates and everything going on. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed my broken English, apparently. Sorry about that. I'll hopefully redeem myself in coming videos, or if you go back and watch the last video about the Social Security proposal to raise benefits, which, by the way, check out the links down below. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to get off of here because apparently I'm having a really hard time speaking today. So, all right, I think I should be done with this video for now. All right, though, so thanks again. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below. I'm here for you every single day. Even if I have a hard time speaking, I promise you, I'm doing all the research on your behalf as your one and only daily advocate, and I can assure you that the information that I do share here is accurate. You can feel free to check any of it. It's all online. That's exactly where I find all of it, through a variety of different sources. I have a lot of sources that I look at every single day. I'm literally doing research from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, and I literally am laying in bed half asleep doing research most nights. Well, actually every single night. Don't tell my wife because I usually have a headphone in and she doesn't even know about it. Anyway, I got to get off of here because I'm just going to get myself in trouble if I keep talking. All right, anyway, thanks so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy your night. Have a good night. I'll catch you again in the morning, and I hope